But is this the ultimate challenge for a defender, coming up against these small Carlton blokes and trying to work out who's on them and where they're going and what they're doing?
Yeah, no, I watched them on the weekend and they were impressive. They're quick. Played on them earlier in the year and we did a pretty good job. The backline got a lot of confidence in each other and we cover for each other a fair bit. We feel pretty confident swapping up and I was just saying before, we generally don't say we have to lock in on one player, one backman for one forward. I mean, we switch up a bit and share the load, so we'll be confident. Yeah.
What's the key? Not that they don't get outside the press, that they don't get behind you, or that everybody communicates so you all come.
Yeah, that's always a key. You don't want one of those players getting out behind you, because if they kick it over your head, you'll be hard pressed and you look stupid. So you don't want to do that too much. We always try and manufacture loose behind the ball, as everyone knows. If we can shut them down in our press, all the better for the backman, because the ball doesn't come down there at all. So that's our first focus. We want to shut it down, keep the ball inside our 50-metre arc, which everyone knows, and forward pressure is talked about so much in AFL. But also, one-on-one contest is always going to be the main thing for a backman. If the ball's in your area, shut down your man and get the ball out of there as quickly as possible.
Do you take a lot of confidence from the weekend? The defence, particular, you're pretty awesome.
Thanks. No, not really. I think the backline has been pretty solid all year. We pride ourselves, as I said before, in our one-on-one contests and either winning or halving the contest. Try not to get too many marks inside 50. We just changed our focus a little bit this week. The small forwards are very dangerous, so we've got players, McGinnity, Bo Waters, myself, Shannon Hearn, Adam Selwood, that all play on those kind of players, so we can mix and match a bit and hopefully shut them down.
You guys haven't been able to play too much together all year though, so
yep.
You're growing in confidence each week now?
Yeah, it's great having all those boys playing in the same side. We've got a great relationship. Those guys have been around the club for a while. I've not played too many games together. Myself, Bo, Shannon, Glassy and Adam Selwood, so it's great having us in there together. The younger players have been great at saying that though. Ash Smith, Will Schofield, Eric McKenzie have all had stellar years, so we're losing nothing having those guys on the side.
Do you need Ash Smith to come in though, do you think, with his pace, or do you think that Scully or someone can...
He's been excellent on the small forwards this year, so I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him in, yeah.
How's the body feeling after some couple of games back from quite a few injuries this year?
Yeah, surprisingly it's feeling very good, so time I run well, feel fresh. Hopefully that holds me in good stead.
When you re-injured yourself in the Butler about a month or so back,
yep.
Do you fear that could be your final game?
I did, yeah. I'd already missed 5 or 6 weeks with a quad strain before that. Came back and hurt my calf in the first game back in the Waffle, and when you just come off a 6-week soft tissue injury and do another one, you'll also always fear that you're going to have another 6 weeks off. So fortunately for me, it was in a part of the calf that I'm told you don't use very much, so I was able to come back in a couple of weeks, and fortunate for me with the timing, be able to slot in for one game before the finals. If it was 1 week later, I know the coaches probably would have been very loath to bring me back in for a first final against Collingwood after having not played for 8 or 9 weeks, so I was very fortunate.
So now that you're here now, you're in the finals, but you must just be lapping it up.
Yeah, as I say, it's great. Always love to play for the club. Finals time's where you want to be there, so as soon as your first final comes around, you forget about everything that's happened during the year and just concentrate on that.
You have to sort of approach things a little bit differently, knowing that you've got that history with injury every time you rock up for a match, knowing that something might happen again?
Match day, no. Nothing really changes. Sometimes they try and give me more bench time than everyone else, but I generally don't try not to come to the bench when I can. But during the week is when it changes a fair bit. I've got to check myself a fair bit in training, make sure I'm not pushing myself too much. Have a tendency of pulling up pretty sore from games, so first 2 or 3 days are pretty light for me. But it's not really an inconvenience either. As I say, match day, I feel fine. I can get my fitness during the week in other ways.
Do you sometimes worry a little bit that you might get injured again, though? Do you have that sort of fear that it will happen again?
Yeah, I'd be lying if I say I didn't. It's happened too many times for me that I wouldn't really hurt if it happened again, especially this time of year. But there's no way match day I'll be thinking about that. I've got too many other things to think about. As I say, during the week, I'll have that as a minor focus in the back of my head to make sure I get through the week. And then match day, it's just hell for leather, obviously.
Carlton obviously played all right here recently, but how much of a benefit would be to you guys to come back home this week?
Again, I don't think match day makes too much of a difference. Obviously, the crowd's on our side, but that really shouldn't give us too much of an edge. The crowd was on Collingwood's side on the weekend, but I still felt awesome playing in front of that many people, just with the crowd noise. So it doesn't make too much of a different match day. The difference is we don't have to travel. You get to sleep in your own bed the night before. Again, it's not really that much of a difference, but hopefully, it just for the young boys settles a few nerves, and we've had good performances this year, so whether that holds us in good stead.
And Mickey Mulder said after the game, do you think the Collingwood game was a missed opportunity? Because Mick said he wanted to be 3 to 5 goals in front at three-quarter times, and he knew that he gambled with some blokes and that they were going to fall away. Do you think you had a big chance there to beat, and that was a real opportunity?
Yeah, don't you? We were 6 or 7 points down. It was 4 minutes to go, or whatever it was. They kicked a couple of late goals and made it look a bit worse than it was. But when we were coming in that last quarter, personally, I felt that we were going to win it. So massively missed opportunity, but we're still in the finals. In 06, the same thing happened. We lost the first one and ended up winning it. So it's no skin off our nose. We've got another team to beat this week.
You mentioned that finals experience for the young guys. Is that going to be really important coming into this one?
I think it will, yeah. I think for a few of the young players, just for the fact that now they realise it is just another game of football, nothing really changes. We're still 22 on 22. The fact that it's finals, there's no actually really that much more pressure after the first 5 minutes than any other game. So for the fact that it probably calms a few of the younger boys and they realise that if we play our brand of footy or play the same footy that they've been playing all year, that we should be able to beat teams.
Did you feel that Nick went to even another level on the weekend where Coxie had to be out of the game and he had to just stay out there? Yeah, I was watching my man more than Nick on the weekend, but from vision that I've seen, he's on a high level. I don't know whether he's impressive, mate. He's a really good athlete, really good player. Pendlebury said he could be the best player in the game in the next couple of years. Go along with that, I guess.
Yeah, being a ruckman, you can have a massive influence in the game because you're always around the stoppage, you're always in the play. And with his athletic ability, obviously, and not only, as we all know, his ruck work, but his follow-up on the ground, his influence on the game is unbelievable.